Alright, so you want to break into tech in 2026, or maybe you're already in an industry, law, business, consulting, finance, and you can feel the ground shifting under your feet. AI is eating everything. Every job description now has the words tech fluent, AI literacy somewhere in it. And everyone around you is saying the same thing. Just learn to code. But here's what nobody is telling you. That advice, for most professionals, it's the slowest, hardest, and least strategic path into the IT industry. What if the willpower in 2026 isn't in writing the code, but in knowing how to think strategically about the people and the systems that do? Today, we are flipping the entire learn to code first idea on its head, and the blueprint we're using comes straight from Harvard. It's called CS50 for lawyers. And whether you're a lawyer, a manager, a career switcher, or someone who just knows AI is about to reshape your entire field, this video is your roadmap. By the end of this breakdown, I'll provide four things for you. One, why coding is not always the fastest path into tech. Two, the exact top down strategy used by today's highest paid tech leaders. Three, how CS50 for lawyers teaches you to think like a strategist, not just a programmer. And bonus, what specific high value roles this opens up for you in 2026. So, what are you waiting for? Let's dive in. Let me paint you a picture. You decide to break into tech. You open YouTube, you Google how to get into tech. And every single result says the same thing. Learn Python, learn Java, learn C++. So you start. Week 1, exciting. Week 3, confused. Week 6, you've rage quit 3 times and questioned every life decision. Here is why that happens. For most of you in non-tech fields, say a lawyer, a manager, a consultant, starting with complex programming syntax is like learning mechanical engineering just to get your driver's license. It's intimidating, it's inefficient, and for strategic roles, it's completely unnecessary. Because here's what the Learn to Code crowd never tells you. There are actually two completely different paths into the tech world. Path 1, the bottom-up coder. They master every low-level detail, syntax, frameworks, debugging, system architecture. They build software from the ground up, absolutely essential work. Part 2, the top-down strategies. They understand the big picture. They design systems. They make technology decisions. They guide engineering teams. They are the bridge between the business reality and the technical execution. Roles like product manager, tech consultant, data privacy officer, AI governance advisor, digital transformation lead, and so on and so forth. And to succeed in those roles, well, you don't need to write thousands of lines of code. You need something else entirely. You need computational thinking. I know that sounds intimidating. Stay with me here. It's not complicated. Computational thinking is simply the ability to take a huge, messy problem, break it into logical steps, identify your inputs, map your process, and predict your outputs. Sounds familiar? Think about building a legal case. Your contracts and evidence, those are your inputs. Your legal argument, that's your algorithm. The judgment you're seeking, that's your output. Every software system in the world is a variation of that exact same structure. Input, process, output. That's it. As Harvard CS50 professor David Malan puts it, computer science is a problem-solving discipline first and a programming discipline second. The code is just the tool. The thinking is the skill. And a strategist's job is to design what the black box should do, not to build it school by school. That is the entire philosophy of CS50 for lawyers. Now, Before we go week by week, you need to understand what CS50 actually is because it's not just one course. It's an entire ecosystem of computer science education from Harvard. CS50X is the legendary full foundation for people who want to become developers, the bottom up, every nut and bolt. Now there's CS50 Python, programming and automation specialization goes in here. For those focused on data and analytics, CS50 SQL is your bread and butter. Now we also have critical security and privacy roles. You'll be ushered into CS50 Cybersecurity. And there are tons and tons of others, which you can find in our previous videos. And then there's a special category, professional courses. That's exactly where CS50 for lawyers sits. Think of the whole map like this. CS50X is the engine room, while CS50 for lawyers is the command deck. It's not designed to turn you into a software engineer. It is designed to make you the professional that tech companies are desperate to hire and the one your colleagues turn to when the technology questions get hard. And critically, you do not have to be a lawyer to take it. The name is just the packaging. You can be a leader in any non tech field. The content is for any non tech professional who needs to think strategically about technology. Okay, let's walk through this transformation piece by piece because each phase builds a brand new capability. You start with the absolute basics, zeros, ones, binary logic. Then you get hands-on with a little Python, not to become a programmer, but to understand what code actually does. By week 3, you're learning something that changes how you see every business decision, data structures. Think of it like choosing the filing system for a massive organization. You get it right, you scale forever. You get it wrong, total chaos. As a manager, as a lawyer, as a consultant, and as a leader, you need to know the difference between a spreadsheet and a database. You need to know why one handles a million users and the other collapses under 10,000. This is the knowledge that lets you intelligently challenge a technical expert witness. Also, dismantle a flawed argument in an e-discovery dispute. Finally, it helps you walk into any product meeting and hold your own. In weeks 4 to 6, this is where the course gets serious. And for anyone in law or compliance or GRC, this is where it becomes your ethical duty. You tackle cryptography. What actually makes a digital signature legally valid? What makes encryption strong or dangerously weak? Then you go deep into 2 full weeks of cybersecurity. Why does this matter so much? Well, the American Bar Association, for one, has made it explicit. Understanding technology is now part of what it is to be a competent legal professional. This is no longer about getting ahead. It's about not falling behind. And it's not just lawyers. For managers, protecting your data is now an operational imperative. For consultants, this knowledge is genuinely billable. For anyone working with AI systems in 2026, understanding security isn't optional. By the way, if this breakdown is giving you clarity, hit that like button right now. It genuinely helps this video reach more professionals who need this exact strategy. And if you're not subscribed yet, hit subscribe so you watch the next deep dive in this series. Now, on to week 7 to 10, the frontier. This is the payoff. This is where everything you've built comes together. You learn how the internet and cloud computing actually work, the visible infrastructure running every modern business. You learn web development fundamentals, so you can actually evaluate your clients' apps, your company's platforms, and the vendors trying to sell you technology. You also learn SQL and databases, one of the most practical skills in the entire course. Most organizations today, they run entirely on data. Contracts, transactions, customer records, analytics, everything. Even basic SQL knowledge transforms your ability to analyze data independently, investigate technical systems, understand and challenge technical reports. And then it all culminates in the section designed especially for 2026: AI, machine learning, algorithm bias, and GDPR. You'll understand how AI systems actually make decisions, where bias enters algorithms, and the legal liability that it creates. What GDPR compliance actually requires at a technical level, and how to advise on AI ethics and governance, one of the fastest growing practice areas in law right now. This is where you stop being a learner. This is where you become a strategist. Now, let's be brutally honest. What this course will do includes empowering you to lead any tech-driven conversation, help you formulate stronger tech-informed arguments and decisions, make you the essential bridge between technical teams and business leadership, position you to advise on AI, privacy, cybersecurity, and automation, as well as signal to every employer that you speak the language of technology at a strategic level. What this course will not do, though, is turn you into a senior software engineer in 10 weeks or replace your existing expertise. And that's the exact point. This is not a coding boot camp. It's a leadership accelerator, an amplifier for everything you already know. So, what roles are we actually talking about? Depending on your background, you're looking at technical product managers, legal tech consultants, data privacy officers, GDPR specialists, e-discovery specialists, cybersecurity and compliance counsel, AI ethics and governance advisors, tech-focused in-house counsels, digital transformation managers. These are the roles defining the next decade. Roles where understanding the implications of AI and technology is infinitely more valuable than writing the code yourself. Roles where your existing expertise, your legal training, your business acumen, your domain knowledge becomes a competitive superpower the moment you add strategic tech and AI fluency. Think of CS50 for lawyers as your cornerstone, your strategic foundation. Once you have it, you then need to specialize. Are you focused on automation and AI tools? CS50 Python or CS50 AI is your next stop. Are you deep in data analytics or e-discovery? CS50 SQL will be invaluable. Are you building towards data privacy or security law? CS50 cybersecurity is waiting. There's also CS50 web for those who are interested in web development. Now, if you are interested in AI governance and ethics, CS50 AI modules take you there. Each course you add sharpens a specific edge. Each edge opens a specific door. And if you want a complete structured roadmap showing exactly how all these pieces fit together with direct links to every free resource, head to learnitfree.com. It's all laid out for you, step by step, zero gatekeeping. Now, I want to hear from you. Here's the question that matters most for your 2026 strategy. Where do you see yourself? Drop your answer in the comments right now. Type strategy if you want to be the person leading tech teams, making the big decisions, and designing the systems. Type code if you're passionate about actually building, writing the software, and getting into the technical craft. Type law if you're a legal professional building towards tech fluency and the new frontier of legal tech and AI governance. There's no wrong answer, but getting clear on your path, that changes everything. I read every single comment, so tell me where you're headed and tell me what industry you're coming from. I'm building future videos around exactly what this community needs. And if this breakdown gave you clarity today, smash that like button. It helps this channel reach the people who really need this strategy most. Let's end on this. The future of law, business, finance, medicine, consulting, it belongs to the people who can operate in the intersection of human expertise and technology, not the people who can just write code, the people who can solve problems. You don't need to be a traditional computer person to lead in the tech world. You don't need to write a single line of code to be indispensable in 2026. You just need to learn how to think like one. Harvard CS50 for lawyers is your starting line. LearnIT3.com is your roadmap. And this community is where we build together. This has been a Learn IT Free breakdown with Vitus DK, and you already know.